Now you say the Most High gave his word to everybody, right?
That bond is you living out right now. That bond is why you at the bus stop right now.
You understand? The scripture says, if any man speak, let him speak of the oracles of God. They think the law is a small thing.
Separate, man. We are separate from these other nations, man.
That's right.
Shalom to all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. ISUPK Detroit will be hosting our felony expungement event every Thursday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. We will be helping people fill out the paperwork to get the process started to get your felonies expunged.
How do you feel right now? I feel great. This is a beautiful program. It was quick. They was very helpful and informative about the rights of the prisoners, trying to help them get out with a good time. This is a very good program. I think you brothers is doing a good job. They need more positive outlooks like this.
Make sure you follow ISUPK Detroit at Detroit Israelites on Facebook and YouTube. Subscribe, like, and comment. If you want to make an appointment, you can dial 810-392-3261 or you can dial 586-382-0569. In addition to that, we'll be doing other programs in the future, such as health programs, food drives, and etc. Stay tuned by following us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter at Detroit Israelite.
I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying. This shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Suckle up and stay alert. Another cop just stretch the nigga. He a demon, this an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit and I ain't listening. Is in fact a if revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jack the Ripper. War, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real triggering on them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear him. This shit light. It ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. Free shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitching about about 10%. I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him. Just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter. God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow side. Yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my bread, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
First breath I took, a life too surreal. Second breath I took was the pivot and strike, finish the kill. Influenced by might, with every sentence reveal. I won't pay back, fuck a dollar bill. Remain calm as the pressure build. Gotta endure until I let this pump whistle at my foes in memory of Emmett Till. I only live to do my master's will. It's UPK, motherfucker. Ain't no cowards on this battlefield. Gone astray but made greater. In my return, left to my mistakes. Every error was a lesson learned. Now I don't move, lest it get approved. Won't take a step till it get confirmed. Arm to take what was made for our sakes. March like a tank. One step will make the ground shake. My people sick in they head, Lord, let this truth spread like an outbreak and bring hell at them crackers can't escape. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I want payback for the scars in the slave memoirs. Till Christ arrive, I can't let it slide. Ignore the lies. The only free will that's before your eyes is life or death, nigga, you decide. This heaven was made for me and my fellow. I patiently wait with my eyes on the sparrow, and I pull a trigger while my lips kiss the barrel. Before I ever let a white bitch do me like Othello. I want out this wicked life like Romello. By any means, this devil pulling strings like Geppetto. Lay hold on this brotherhood, I swear I never let go. And fuck that silver spoon, got too much love for the ghetto. Till the score settle, if need be, I die for the cause. Just to hear them angels applaud. And I'm true by every word I say, cause I know my victory on the way. You want it? Nigga, walk this way. This life may be hard, but I can't give up. I'm about to go hard and I won't give up. And could you tell me about this God that you feel so much? And why you look so tough? Cause it's real, I be walking with them angels, boy, I can't be touched. This life may be hard, but I can't give up. I'm about to go hard and I won't give up. Could you tell me about this God that you feel so much? And why you look so tough? Cause it's real, I be walking with them angels, boy, I can't be touched. Came through in the clutch, they hate but they can't doubt us. We princes of the power, what you know about us? Evil all around us, but a nigga straight, I told you I can't be touched. Holy angels walk at my pace, and I'm grateful for the words that had me delivered. I'm hungry for the glory, but I ain't eating till I feed my next. One West, what I die for. Attire out the book of Numbers, this rifle from the Archangel Michael. My niggas rebels, you can't deny them. It's 144, I be running to and fro with the Allah higher. My UPK soldiers ain't no folding or pretending. We in it for them crowns, fuck friends, we want dominion. In the election ascension, I hope I make it through. Give a damn what a bitch think, as long as my niggas know I'm true. Betrayed your kind to get success. We make it through the eye of the needle, nigga. I be this life may be hard, but I can't give up. I'm about to go hard and I won't give up. And could you tell me about this God that you feel so much? And why you look so tough? It's real, I be walking with them angels, boy, I can't be touched. Hard, but I can't give up. I'm fighting and go hard, and I won't give up. Could you tell me about this God that you feel so much? And why you look so tough? It's real, I be walking with them angels, boy, I can't be touched.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my actions. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home, only a place of captivity, saved facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angels, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now. You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums. Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. 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 Sound good? So I don't sound now? All right, cool. No sweat. Again, Salakia. I'm Officer of 1,000 Awadia. Shalom, Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shabbarakatah to the Akim. Shalom, Yahweh Shamar Alataba Shem, Yahweh Shah to the Akwat out there. Once again, I'm Officer of 1,000 Awadia. ISUPK law class under Commander General Hachaanakah, who been doing this thing since the 60s, man. And we've been waking our brothers and sisters up since the 60s, man, and bringing them out of the lies that they've been taught inside this kingdom, and bringing them into the truth of who they are, letting them know they not niggas, they not spics, wetbacks, and any of that other garbage that are or Native American or blacks or Negroes or any other title that they want to put on us. We are the chosen people of God, man. And the Most High told us who he wants us to be. And we allowed our oppressor to put names on us because he wants to hide the fact of who we are, man. Okay? And today what we find in the earth is by the thousands brothers and sisters are waking up. As the scripture say, he say, I will call to them remembrance. And that's what we seeing right now. And that's a heavy thing, because that's how you know the Bible is true, man. Any other religion or any other book or whatever somebody is following, some people like to worship the trees and all that nonsense nowadays. I don't know what the hell that's about, but anyway, nothing compares to the Bible, because you actually see the things inside of the Bible actually happening. Okay, you actually see those things happening. So you don't have to, we don't have to assume and just sit there and hope and think it might happen. We actually live it. You actually see these things taking place right in front of your face. Things that was written thousands of years ago. And just a quick sidebar. And that's why I never understood when people said, when people was talk about Kemet in ancient Egypt, and we got this from Egypt, and this was written thousands of years ago. That's not true, man. This stuff in this Bible is actually happening. That junk, nobody ain't even thinking about none of that garbage. You can't even find things that come to pass in the let's just say the Egyptian Book of the Dead. You can't even find anything in there that comes to pass like the Bible. The same thing with the Quran. The same thing when you dealing with Buddha and the rest of that nonsense. It was a story not too long ago, man, where they found that the monks, they was doing meth. They up in that temple, and some of y'all think they holier than thou. No, they higher than the fool, man. They tested positive for meth, man. That's why they just sitting there like that. They high as hell. It's nothing better than the scriptures, man. And that's why it's so important that we be obedient to the Most High and following what he said do, and doing the things that he said do. Because of course, not doing the things that he said do did what? He got us in this condition that we in right now. And I'm sure none of us want to be inside of this condition. So with that being said, we're going to put Exodus 19 and 5. Exodus 19 and 5, because yes, this is just at these times, man. These are like some of the most important times in the history of the planet.
You see what I'm saying? In the history of the planet, things are about to get shook up and really put back in order the way things should be. We shouldn't have people ruling over us that's telling us that a man can be a woman. That doesn't even make sense. It's not even something that we should, you know how when you notice it's something mentally wrong with somebody, you kind of just ignore them and you don't pay them no attention. That's one of them things we should be doing when somebody says something like that. But unfortunately, they understand how to promote it through television, news, and things of that nature. You know what I mean? And so we think it's okay to do stuff like that. And it's just not, man. And we support that kind of nonsense, and we shouldn't. We should look at that and say, well, hold that. A wake-up call and let us know that, man, something is not right here. Something is not right here. But unfortunately, because we've been deceived and tricked by the very people that we looked at as moral leaders, meaning the Christian church, we've been able to be tricked and deceived because of that, because we chose to follow them versus following the Lord, which is something that's now being corrected in the earth. And that is a good thing, man. That is a good thing that thing is being corrected in the earth, because surely if that thing would not be correct, it would destroy all of us, man. We would be destroyed in this place. Okay? Read that, L.
Hachaanakah. We're in the book of Exodus, chapter 19, and verse 5. Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed.
It says, therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed. This is the Most High talking to the children of Israel, or saying this to the children of Israel. You get what I'm saying? He wants us to obey his voice indeed, meaning indefinitely. You know what I mean? Like don't listen to nobody else. And that's just the point I was just making a second ago. Why are we listening to somebody who is saying that a man can be a woman? How can we listen to such nonsense like that? The Lord said, obey him, but we listen to people that tell you can do whatever you want to do. Right. You can do whatever you want to do. You can call yourself whatever you want to do. And of course, unless it's a black man saying he a Jew, then it's a problem. Then it's a problem. That's about the only thing in the earth you can't do. Anything else, feel free, have at it, man. Right. Live it up, have a ball, destroy yourself. And that's the part that that's the part that is not being said to you. You're not understanding that you're destroying yourself in doing these things. You don't get that, man. That's why the Lord said, listen to his voice indeed. Because listen to what? The Most High does what? It gives you life. The Most High wants you to live. Your enemy wants you to die because he hates you. So you listen to him and you do the things that he say is right, which is basically do whatever you want. You will listen to your oppressor who just here. The Most High created all of these things, the earth and everything else, man. He created the earth and everything else. So with him creating the earth, then he did what? He gave us the what? The blueprint on how to live inside of the earth, man. Read that again, L, from the top.
Hachaanakah. We're in the book of Exodus, chapter 19 and verse 5. Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant.
Keep his what?
Covenant.
His what?
Covenant.
This agreement that we made with the Most High, man. This agreement that we made with the Most High, we have to keep that. We have to honor that. That's what we do when we come in here inside the UPK. When you join this school, you taking an oath. An oath you have to keep, man. You have to keep this oath that you take. Meaning and also you got to do the things that you're supposed to do, man. This is not, especially at this time, man, this is not something that we should be playing around with, joking around with. This is no longer a time to be on the fence and say, I get it right in a minute.
Right.
You might not have a minute. Okay? You might not have that minute. So you don't want to think like that. You always want to think like, let me do this thing right now. Let me get myself right this second, man. We have to honor that covenant, man. And how do you learn how? You have to come into the ISUPK to learn how to honor that covenant. Fake Israelite groups, your Christian pastors, Islam, no other place will teach you how to honor that covenant that we have with the Most High. No other place will you learn that, man. You only learn that in one place, and that's here. And that's here. Read that, L.
Come. Then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people.
Now, people know when we read in Deuteronomy, and they say we are holy people unto the Most High, meaning a separate people to the Most High, and they say the Most High chose us above all nations on the planet. People understand that, and people know that, right? Here's the thing. You only get that through doing what? Read that again. Keep my what? Keep my what?
Keep my covenant.
You only receive that by keeping your agreement with the Most High. The deal that we made with the Most High. Okay? You don't get that. You don't get that by doing whatever it is that you want to do. That's not how our agreement with the Most High works. Our agreement with the Most High works based on us being obedient. Okay? It's based on our obedience. It's based on us keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay? That's what it's based on. It's not based on us keeping the commandments that we want to keep. The ones we like. And then ignoring the rest. Okay? You don't get rewarded based on how much money you give. It's not based on that. It's based on total obedience. Total obedience to the Most High. It's almost, let the Most High think for you. Don't start thinking for yourself. I'll say that. He got it covered. He got it all the way covered, man. All you got to do is just do what he said do. With that, give me Lamentations 3, the 3rd chapter and 22nd verse. Yeah, let the Most High, just do what he say. Don't try to get smart. A lot of people some people, I ain't gonna say a lot of people, Salakia. Some people, El, can you pass me that water, please? Some people try to find loopholes in what they do. thwart. Some people try to find loopholes. Like some people like to get high and smoke weed and cigarettes, and they'll say, well, you know, it don't say nothing about smoking in the Bible, so smoking not in the Bible, so you know. But when the Most High kill you from cancer and heart disease from your smoking, you getting the judgment for that, because you ain't supposed to do what? You got to take care of your temple, your body. You see what I'm saying? You have to take care of your temple. Your temple is your body. And the Most High is not playing. So don't try to get, you got something else?
I had a precept, but I wanted to see what scripture you said Lamentations.
If you got a precept, just read that. I'll tell you, I'll get you right back on track. Lamentations is 3:22.
Kind.
But yeah, go ahead with your precept.
The precept that I had was in the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 5 through 6. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart.
Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, man. A lot of us, we put our faith in our oppressor, man. We depend too hard on our oppressor. And look at what it's done to us as a people. It's a great tactic that your oppressor use on you. It's called divide and conquer. And he's been able to do that. Think about what he's done. He's divided all the tribes. The Native Americans, the so-called Native Americans, Salakia, the so-called Mexicans, the so-called Haitians, the so-called etc. He's divided us all. And in some cases, we be at odds with us. You ever seen a Mexican brother looking at a Judite? Salaki, you ever seen an Ishkarite looking at a Judite sometimes? Sometimes we got we got a beef amongst ourselves, not realizing what? We the same. We the same.
Right.
You my brother. We brothers in here. We got the same enemy. Right. The same man that's oppressing you is oppressing me. We are one in the same. Salaki, go ahead.
And lean not unto thine own understanding.
And don't lean to your own understanding, man. Like I said earlier, don't try to be too smart. Okay? Don't try to be too smart. Because a lot of the stuff that we read, as far as when we're talking about the law, statutes, and commandments, and how we should conduct ourselves, and the things we should do, and the way we should live, and things like that, it's laid out as plain as day in the Bible.
Right.
We don't need to do anything extra. We just need to keep it simple. You ever heard that saying, man? You don't got to do all that. Just keep it simple. It ain't. You don't have to do a lot. You don't have to do a bunch of extra stuff. Just keep it plain, and you just keep it simple and go and get it done. And it's honestly and really that easy. It's really that simple. But a lot of us, our whole life, man, we've been told by the Christian church, our parents when we talk to them about it, because they've been taught by the Christian pastors, how impossible it is to do these things. It's just impossible. Nobody can do it today. How easy is it for you not to kill your brother, not to sleep with his wife? Like, these are things that not to eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. These are things that are so easy to do. It's not hard. The thing is, your sin filled their pockets up. You going in there, you know what you've been doing all week. So on Sunday, you dropping all your money in the god doggone bucket. Right. Because of what you've done all week. Read, El.
Come. Verse 6, in all thy ways acknowledge him.
Meaning, that's what we do. Something positive happened in here, we be like, man, the Most High blessed me with this, man. The Most High done this. We done something wrong and something happened, we say, man, the Most High gave it to us because God knew better.
Right.
Else I gave it to me because I knew better. So we acknowledge him in all things, man. We don't skip over anything and miss a beat, man.
Right.
The Most High, people have to understand, the Most High is in control of everything. It's not nothing that he's not in control of. You may think you have control over your life. You have zero control over your life. You think you got away with a sin, you don't. When the Most High visits you for your sin, because you didn't repent or change, you better hope he don't put you to death. You better hope. Because if you don't repent, he's coming. He's coming. You won a battle. You will not win the war. You just won a battle. That's it. And you didn't even win the battle. You thought you did. The Most High is going to win the battle and the war. Read what you got. Was that in on that?
That's in on that.
Okay, Con. Let's get Lamentations 3. Con. Read.
In the book of Lamentations, chapter 3, in verse 22, it is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed.
It's the Most High mercy, man, that we not consumed. It's the Most High mercy that I'm able to be sitting here right now teaching this class. That's his mercy, man. It's the Most High mercy that the brother here, that L here reading, that student here reading from it, man. It's the Most High mercy that every single brother in the UPK is here, coming from the life in which we come from, doing the things that we did out in the world when we was disgusting as hell. It's the Most High mercy that we sit here now, man. And that's why what Commander General Hachaanakah been doing, man, and holding on to this truth is such a heavy thing, man. This is a heavy thing. What's the point? I got you, L. It's such a heavy thing, man. Waking brothers and sisters up, and then when you listen to some of the stories and the struggles and the hard times that brothers went through, man, and the work that they put in, it's not like this just happened. It took hard work and a hard grind to wake brothers and sisters up. And that's how you know Commander General Hachaanakah loves us, man.
Right.
To do the things that he did, to sacrifice the sacrifices that he made, man. That's how you know he loves us, man. And look at what he's built, man. Look at what he's built. He built a sanctuary for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. He built a place of rest for us, man. This place is a place where we don't get oppressed by oppressors in here. We come in here and experience one thing, brotherhood.
Right.
Brotherhood, man. So like you had something else?
Kind of, sir. It was heavy. I wrote it down because you just like the Christian church, pretty much it's heavy. People don't want to, like General Hachaanakah said, people don't want to say it and just give the UPK the flowers while we're here, or why they've been speaking this truth since 1969.
Right.
Because even the UPK always mentioned that the church had a chance. They could have got it right, but they didn't get it right. And Most High in Christ, we're able to do that now.
Damn right. Damn right. They could have got it right. They chose. I want to say they chose money. That's what I was looking for, Salaki. They chose money over the people. They didn't care enough about it. They didn't love the people. Instead, they loved themselves more than they loved the people, man. And that was the problem. They loved themselves more than they loved the people. And that was the problem. Just Just hold that for 1 second. Give me Isaiah 56 and 10. Give me Isaiah 56 and 10. Yeah, they love, like they say, they teach for gain. They taught for gain, man. They wanted money. They didn't care. They didn't care about you and I. They didn't care about our well-being. They was too busy gobbling up everything that they could gobble up. They taught for gain, man. You got that, L?
Hachaanakah.
Read that.
We're in the book of Isaiah, chapter 56 and verse 10. His watchmen are blind.
These they was blinded, man. They was blinded by what? Blinded by greed. They was blinded by greed, man. They didn't really care to what the Bible was taught, because if anybody know anything, man, what the Bible was really talking about was passed down from generation to generation to generation, man. You see, when we was like, we didn't have, it was just everything was passed down word to mouth. So once we was able to get free, they still did not care. They still did not care. Why? Because all they wanted was gain. All they wanted was money. That's all they cared about. They was blinded by their lust for money. They was blinded by their lust to eat pork. They was blinded by their lust for whatever it was that they was doing. Now, I understand that a lot of times that your so-called oppressor, he set things up and put things in motion and things like that. But it still could have been a time, because the truth was still in the earth. We still could have got back to it if that's what we wanted to do. You know what I mean? But instead of doing that, people just wanted money and things of that. Read.
They are all ignorant.
They are all what?
Ignorant.
They are all ignorant, man. They're all ignorant. They don't care. They don't love you. They don't want to make sacrifices for you. They don't want to sacrifice for you, but they want to give you up for a sacrifice.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They'll let you fall, stumble, crumble, and all different kind of things. They won't come to your aid, man. Read.
They are all dumb dogs.
They are what?
All dumb dogs.
And they dumb dogs, man. They just gobble things. A dog just gobble up. A dog just, you drop a crumb on the ground, the dog coming out of nowhere. You can't even drop nothing around the dog. He own it. He'll gobble every goddamn thing. You set a plate in front of that dog. He gonna gobble that goddamn plate down. And if you set 4 of them in front, he gonna gobble all 4 of them bitches down. Salakia. He gonna gobble all 4 of them things down. Read.
They cannot bark.
They cannot bark. They ain't speaking the word of the Most High. They just doing whatever it is they do. Read.
Sleeping. Lying down. Loving to slumber.
Loving to slumber, man. They don't give a damn about you. They don't give a good damn about us, man. And they never have. And they never have. All right, jump back to Lamentations, what is it, 3 and 22? Hold on, let me get there with you. Yeah, and they never have. Why? Because it's more important to do what? To make that money, man. To make that money. That's what they about. They about money. Church today is just big business. They try to be super. They write books and they have book signings, and then everybody's buying their book all over the world. Like church today, they got music and concerts and comedy shows. It's just big business. It's like, hold on. Salam ya Basham Yashabrakata. Not a whole lot, sir. Me and L. Kind. All right, how about some in the shop like that, sir? Slaki, I lost my thought. Where was I at, L? Oh, church is just a concert. It's a concert. It's a concert when you walk into the to the church building. It's a concert in there. It got music. You get to dance around, run around, jump around, hop around, roll around, shake yourself. Just one big concert, man. One big show. And then they capitalize off of it through books and movies and as we used the word yesterday, propaganda.
Right.
They capitalize off of it through propaganda. Hey, can you hit that heat, L? A little nippy in here. Yeah, they capitalize off of it through propaganda, man. And that's all it is, man. Because they teach us nothing, man. And it's sad because so many of our people, majority of our people, we do what? Again, we always look at them as the standard of righteousness.
Right.
Not realizing we being tricked, deceived, and lied to. Okay, pick that up from the top 22. Read that.
In the book of Lamentations, chapter 3 and verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
It is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed.
And we didn't get consumed in all of that, man. Which is a good thing for us, man.
Yeah, right.
Meaning, we was in there, right? All of us, most of us come from a Christian type of background or maybe an Islamic type of background. Most brothers and sisters in the truth, right? We didn't let those things consume us. Meaning, even when we heard the truth, we ain't say, oh man, them brothers crazy over there. Or, oh man, that's garbage, man. Ain't nobody don't want to hear that mess.
Right.
We heard the word of the Lord and was like, man, let me get over here and get to the word of the Lord, man.
Right.
Like, hold on. I ain't hear that Sunday. That didn't sound like what. So we did what? We went and talked to a brother. We asked their questions. You know, you got questions and stuff. You might watch a video. You take some notes. You might talk to this person or that person. You try to figure it out.
Right.
You know what I mean? It didn't consume us. We did what I like to call a comparative study. You see what I'm saying? We start comparing shit like, hold on, I do say that. That is right. Hold on, let me watch this video over here. We just didn't shut it down as if we knew everything already and didn't realize we didn't know and didn't understand how much we just didn't know nothing. We understood like, dang, I thought I knew something. And for me personally, I was watching videos and different things and really, you know, talking to different people, realizing that they didn't know as much. But just off watching videos, I realized I knew a little bit more. But still, once I came into the school, I realized I didn't even know as much. I still knew nothing. I was just as bad as they was. I was just as bad as they was. I knew absolutely nothing. I wasn't better than them. I knew exactly what they knew, which was nothing, man. And it is because of his mercies, man. He even gave me the opportunity to be sitting here teaching this class, man. And that's just something that, like, I always be grateful for that.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? I just be grateful for that because anybody could be sitting here in the seat. The Lord don't need me. I need him. You know, he don't need me at all. He can easily move me right out the way and have another brother sitting here. You know what I mean? And that always and that's something else that kind of keep me focused, man. Cause I don't want the Lord angry with me. I don't want him removing me. I don't want none of that, man. You know what I mean? I always want to be in good favor with the Lord, man. Read.
Slack it. Because his compassions fail not.
Because his compassions fail not. And that's one thing, man, that we should always remember, man. We should always have compassion on one another. We should always have compassion on one another. Why should we always have compassion on one another, man? Because, like I just said here, the Lord compassions fail us not. Now we gonna be coming, and so like just a quick sidebar. That is something that you see in fake Israelite groups. They do not have any compassion on black people, man. They don't. Especially the brothers in the world, man. They look at them like they is just street trash, no good niggas. That's how they look at them, man. As if they was never in the world. As if they were never in the world, man. As if they never done anything. And that is the proof that they Christians. Because how do Christians behave? Soon as they look at everybody else like they ain't nothing. Like they ain't nothing. Like they been so holy they whole goddamn life. And that's how fake Israelite groups do, man. And that is so Christian of them, man. And that's why I say they are Christians. Because they are. Because they act like Christians act. They do the same thing Christians do. They hurt people the same way the Christians hurt people. They hurt people the same way Christians hurt people. Go ahead, El.
It's like, sir, if I may, that's heavy because, you know, I didn't really grow up in the church like that, but a little bit seeing it, it's like, it's really dangerous, it seems like, because the church, you know, they have this whole don't judge, you know, only God can judge type of energy, but at the same time, it's like, it's kind of lawless, like you can kind of do whatever you want. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. It's really dangerous. People don't really see it, but it's, you know, the church is a really dangerous place.
Yeah, they don't understand it. They do not understand it. And the only reason they say the don't judge me thing, it's a defense mechanism. It's a defense mechanism, so you don't say anything about their sinning. So they use that as a defense mechanism. They say, oh, nah, don't judge me. Or they say, oh, well, I ain't going to judge nobody. They ain't going to say nothing about nobody else's sin because they don't want nobody saying nothing about their sin. But everybody running around sinning and nobody's saying anything. But notice what the Bible say. The Bible say, cry loud and spare not. See, this is how you be knowing certain things is just not lining up with what the Most High want, versus what certain individuals may want. It's a difference. It's always a difference. It's never like lining up together. You see what I'm saying? It's never lining up together because it can't. Christianity is just a philosophy. It's just some philosophy. They read a couple of scriptures out of the Bible and that's it. It's just set up again to just keep people sinning. You honestly think the oppressor who set up every school that you go to learn to be a pastor, you think he really care about the Most High and he know Christ coming back to take his kingdom? You think he care? You think he gonna do something to help you take his kingdom? No. That makes no sense. That's not even logical thinking. He's gonna tell you, he's gonna help you put him in slavery. He's gonna help you do that. He gonna help. He gonna give you the instructions to do that. No. They don't want that. They just can't wait to get the judgment. They're gonna hurry up and run to it. No. If they cared about any of that, they wouldn't do the things that they doing. They wouldn't do the things they doing. Go ahead, Al.
Well, like, sir, if I may, I was gonna say that's heavy because that just shows you that's why our oppressor, he damn near doesn't even have to fight the battles. It's like he has us fighting his battles for him already.
Damn right.
Like example with Shaquille O'Neal, calling out Kyrie Irving and Kanye West. It's like he's speaking, as big as Shaq is, he's speaking up for the NBA and the small hats.
Damn right.
But not speaking up for his brother.
Right, and what's even more crazier about what Shaq did? This is a sidebar for a second. He said something about Kyrie posting that link, but he had that same movie at one of his movie theaters.
Right.
Like how hypocritical is that? But that just goes to show you, he don't think his own thoughts. He think the thoughts of his oppressor. The people that sign his check, like you just read in Proverbs, right? The people who sign his check is the people he put his trust in. He don't put his trust in the Most High, man. He don't do that. He's not gonna do that. Him and that other dude, Charles Barkley. They don't put their trust in the Most High. They don't do that. They put their trust in what's they on ESPN, whatever TNT, whatever that nonsense is. That's where they put their trust at. Right in there, Slacky. You had something?
Slacky, I was gonna say that's heavy what you said about Shaq playing it at his theater. Not only did he play it at his theater, and he actually has pictures with our brothers down at the camp down there. But also, it would be different if Shaq actually said that he saw the documentary or the show and he had his own view on it. But he hadn't even, it's like he called his own brother an idiot and he didn't even see it yet.
You're right.
So it's kind of like, you're really an idiot. You didn't even see it. You're calling your brother an idiot.
He just doing what his oppressor tell him to do. Because you think he didn't know that he had that at the movie theater when he said that?
Right.
You think he ain't know that? He knew that.
Right.
So he had to come. So they wanted him to come and speak out like that, and just like a good hoe, like the rest of them, he just did what he did. He did what he did, man. And that's the problem. Think about it. Shaq, Charles Barkley, LeBron James, and probably a couple of other people. They can stop right now and go start their own whole league. Totally black owned and operated.
Right.
Totally black owned and operated. But you ain't Shaq just a good hoe. When Papa John's pulled out, who they go get? When they did all that stuff through the kneeling, and then they pulled out Papa John's from sponsoring the NFL and all that, who they go get? They went and got Shaq and made him CEO. Try to get black people to start buying their pizza again. And if you black, Hispanic, or Native American, you should never buy Papa John's pizza. You should never, ever buy a Papa John's pizza. And when you don't, Papa John's will crumble. They're going to crumble. That's what every oppressor knows. They know if we put our business out of their business is going to fail. So they always keep them a good hoe around. So if they do something to offend us, they just go pull their hoe up and put their hoe to the forefront, put their hoe on the stroll. That's what they do. They just put their hoe on the stroll, Slakia. But that's what they do, man. Hey, Slakia, El, check and see if we got some questions, man. Y'all got some questions, man. Make sure y'all just put it in the comment box, and I'll get to them. If I don't get to them this week, I'll get to them next week. Yeah, just make sure y'all put them in the comment box. Check out Facebook and YouTube one time.
No questions, sir, but on YouTube, it's like an Officer Mashad. He said that the church is black entertainment.
Con, that's exactly what it is. So shout out to my Ottawa, man. Officer of 1,000, Mashad, man. Damn right, Mashad. It is black entertainment. That is exactly what it is, man. That's why all they shows be on BET. All the guys, all that stuff on BET. It's just black entertainment. It's just black entertainment. Slocky, can you knock that heat off? Yeah, that heat worked very well. Yeah, it's just black entertainment. That's all it is, man. They don't give a damn about black people, man. But you think they do, and then what's so heavy? They think you was blessed by God by how much you can floss. Right. You got the big house, the big car, the diamond chain. They pimps. What was that book from Pimp Stick to Pool Pit? Right. You know what book I'm talking? Yeah, from Pimp Stick. Yeah, man, they pimps, man. That's why when they be talking around, you hear them. They be talking church. They pimps. They get to still dress, fly, and pimp all day. Salaki, let's get back on topic. Pick that up from the top again, yo. Salaki. No, we had Lamentations 3:22.
In the book of Lamentations, chapter 3.
No, Salaki, we did 22. Just read 23. Go ahead.
23?
Let's try to speed this up a little bit.
Verse 23. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness.
And it's new every morning, and great is the faithfulness, man. Great is those compassions, they new every morning. And you got that faithfulness that what? You keep that faithfulness. How do you know you keep faithfulness? Through your obedience. That's how you know you have faith. You don't I want to word this. You don't do something wrong and your faith is built because you might have took a trip out of town and you didn't go to jail. And you're like, man, thank God for that. And you out of town selling all the drugs in the world. It's not how that's not faithfulness, man. That's not how you build your faith. Your faith comes through your obedience. Your faith comes in through your obedience, man. What you willing to do? You may wanna just say do something wrong. Fighting those demons off, man. Fighting them demons off. And still being able to do what's right. That's a sign of your faithfulness, man. Read.
Verse 24. The Lord is my portion. Saith my soul.
The Lord is my portion. Saith my soul, man. The Lord is basically your everything. You see what I'm saying? It's basically your everything. Like everything you do, whatever move you make, you should be thinking about the Lord. Whichever way your foot take, whichever way your foot step, is this the right way? You know, you got to know the angels is watching you. The Lord is watching you. You got to move like that. You did it on the streets. You moved a certain type of way when you was on the streets. Because you knew so-and-so, you knew you was beefing with so-and-so and such. You knew you just shot at them last night. You know they coming back. You know you got to be on guard because they might try to burn your house down. Like, you know what I mean? So you move in a certain type of way. You ain't at the hotel because you know they're going to kick the hotel door in and come in there. You move in a certain type of way. The Lord is your portion. You move a certain type of way. Read.
Continuing on.
Therefore
will I hope in him.
Therefore will we hope in him. We hope in him. Which really, and the reason why I'm going to say this is because it's not a hope for me. I don't have to hope. I know what's going on. I'm 100% positive.
Right.
I'm 100% positive in it. 100% positive. Not saying that they wasn't. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I see it. I see it. I see the condition we in. I read Deuteronomy. I know what's going on. I know Christ is coming back. I know our oppressor is the oppressor. We know those things. The problem is our brothers and our sisters in the world, they don't. They don't understand. That's why we got to have compassion with them and be a little understanding because what? We all come from that. We all at one point didn't know nothing and thought we knew everything. We all was getting hired than a fool. We all was selling drugs. We all was out there doing harm to brothers and different type of things like that. We all was like that, man. And some of us to change from that, man. Only an act of God could have done that. Only an act of God could have done that. Nothing else would have worked. It took God to do it. That's what it took. Where we at? 25,
sir.
25?
Hachaanakah.
Read.
The Lord is good unto them that wait for him.
The Lord is good unto them that wait for him. How do you wait for the Lord? How do you do it? Go ahead.
By keeping and doing his law, statutes, and commandments.
It's that simple. That's how you wait on him. You don't wait on him sitting in the room.
Right.
You don't do that. You don't wait for him sitting in the chair by the door saying one day you waiting on the Lord. It's an action that come behind that. It's an action that comes with that. And that is how you wait on the Lord, man. You don't wait on the Lord by just sitting there talking to your friends about it. Yeah, man, you know the Lord gonna be here one day, man. I'm gonna be right here waiting on the Lord. That ain't what you do. That's how Christians have you thinking. That's how Christianity have you thinking. That's the way to go about that. And that's so far off. When that's so far off, man, you got to be obedient and wait on the Lord, man. Read.
To the soul that seeketh him.
To the soul that seeketh him. You seeking the Lord when you being obedient, man. That's what you're doing. You seeking him. Give me 1 second right quick, L. Got you. Yeah, you seeking the Lord. When you doing what he say do, that's how you seek the Lord. That is how you seek him, man. You don't seek the Lord by sitting there doing silliness, man, and listening to people that have no clue as to what the hell they was talking about.
Right.
that don't know what the hell they talking about, man. You don't do that. You can't follow anything. You cannot do whatever it is you want to do and think you doing what the Most High wants you to do. Right. It don't work like that. That's not how this thing works. Get Galatians 5 and 7. You can't do what you want to do. You can't do what's ever right inside your head and call that serving the Most High. Okay? It's not. Somebody, and if anybody is telling you that, they're lying to you. They're lying to you, man. Nobody can do what they want to do and say they serving the Most High. Right. Read.
In the book of Galatians, chapter 5 and verse 7. Ye did run well.
You had a good run, man. You ever heard that? This is how y'all be knowing this black people talking, man. This how y'all know this black people. You had a good run, man. Damn, that was a hell of a run you had up there, man. Read.
Who did hinder you?
Who did what?
Who did hinder you?
Who hindered you, man? You had a good run. What happened? You had a good run, man. What the hell happened? Read.
That ye should not obey the truth.
That you should not obey the truth, man. You had a good run. You was doing everything right. You was doing everything right, man. It was going so swell. What happened? What hindered you? What changed you? Who was you listening to? What was you following? What the hell happened, man? You smelled them damn pork ribs on the grill? And you went over there and took a bite of that, huh? Good night, man. What happened? Tell you what happened, man. We chose to follow other gods.
Right.
We thought Christmas looked so splendid to us. And Valentine's Day, because we love our girl, as if Valentine's Day is the only time we get to love our woman. 4th of July, we love popping firecrackers. These are things that hinder us, man. Shrimp, crab, and lobster. The Most High put that stuff in the water to keep the water clean so we can drink it. You take it out, and what happens? You take it out and start eating it, the water all effed up everywhere. When the Most High put that stuff in the water to clean it. Think about all the tons of shrimp, lobster, and crab that get consumed every day or a month, a year, or a week. And now you're wondering why the water is polluted. That's why. You're taking what's in the water to clean the water out of the water. It makes no sense. But who doing this? The same people that tell you a man can be a woman. We are following foolishness. Instead of being under the Most High and following Him, we have subjected ourselves to foolishness. Go ahead, Al.
Kind of like you said, if I may, that's heavy right there. I'm not like I've never been like a shrimp and crab and all that type of person, but growing in the black community, I see that's like a real hyped up thing, right? And to be honest, like I have family that eat it and stuff. It really is. It kind of looked disgusting, to be honest with you. Because it seemed like it's a salty type of thing and sweet and just. Black people, we always trying to keep up with the Joneses. And it just seemed like we like those fried boils, like I guess they call them. Yeah. It seemed like they trying to
crab boils.
Do it big.
Yeah, kind.
It seemed like it's like, do you even like it, or is you more of like it the idea of? I guess you think you're doing it big or something. You know what I mean?
It's not so much as even about liking it. Is it the right thing to do? You see what I'm saying? That don't make no sense. You can't complain about the water being all messed up when you eating the very things that's in the water to clean it. That don't even make no sense. And that's what I'm talking about. We do stuff without even thinking. We don't stop 1 second and think about what it is that we doing. We don't take the time to stop and think and say to ourselves, maybe I shouldn't do this thing because of, but because what? We, like the scripture say envy not the oppressor, but we envy the oppressor. We look at the things that they got and we go, wow, that is truly amazing.
Right.
I want to do that too. I want that thing too. Instead of doing what? Let the oppressor just live his lifestyle. We don't think about making things better for ourselves. We think about trying to fit into his way of life. That's what we think about. And that's where the problem come in. Because as you look, like over the years, it changed. At one time, the black community, we was all together. If a house caught on fire, everybody in the community, we would put the fire out, and then we would all come together and we would build the house back up. You can't even do that right now. Nigga, you let a nigga in your house, he'll steal your burnt TV out your house. We can't do that because we chose to do what? We wanted to follow the oppressor, man. Our way of life was much better than his. Had we stuck to our way of life, his way of life would have crumbled. So what did he do? He came up with a clever idea that was beneficial to him, but seemed like it was beneficial to us. Integration. Integration. It's a great thing, man. Everybody just come together and y'all don't need to be over there by yourself like that, man. Let me feed you. Let me clothe you. Let me make sure you got clean water to drink. Let me do all those things. Let me take those worries away from you. Because he showed we integrated with him. He ain't integrated with us. We went to him for jobs and things of that nature. Think about how ridiculous this is. You sell your business to go get a job. That don't make no sense. Why would you do something like that? Why would you sell your business to go get a job and work for your oppressor?
All right.
Somebody tricked you. Somebody tricked you. Go ahead, El.
The precept, sir, in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 10, never trust thine enemy.
Dude, say that again.
Never trust thine enemy.
Sometimes.
Never.
Once in a while.
Never.
Never trust your enemy. You can't trust. This is the most ridiculous nonsense I ever heard. You getting hung from trees, murdered, shot down in the street, your women getting raped, and you say, well, you know what? Let me join myself to him because this would be better. This would be better. Read, L. That's the sickening.
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
So is his wickedness, man. As iron rusted, so is his wickedness. That wickedness is not going to ever change, man. It never will. It never, ever will. And it hasn't. Think about since from then to now. That wickedness is the same. Since they brought us over here on slave ships to now, that wickedness is the same. It has not changed. It's not something different. It's what we doing again is the literal definition of insanity. It's the literal, by definition, it's the literal definition of insanity, man. We continue and we try the same thing. We try voting, try marching, try everything that we try. You know the one thing that we never try as blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans as a strong force like that? We never try following the Most High.
Right.
We never try to totally be separate from him. We can't even, God, I wish you could find this video. It's a video with Malcolm X. But we can't even, it's a video with Malcolm X. And they say, and he said he was talking to an oppressor, and he said, the oppressor said, anytime they see us marching, they said they send people out there to join the march because they don't want us. They try to do that to kind of calm our anger towards them. Because if you got an oppressor marching right next to you, you know what I mean? You gonna look. You see what I'm saying? So they do a strategy like that, man. This is in these people that we think. These people that we think care about us, they do not, man. They don't care one iota. You got that in Galatians? It's like before I go too far off topic with my rant, I'm trying to pull myself back to where I was at. Good night. Okay, Slocky, yep, read that again.
We're in the book of Galatians, chapter 5 and verse 7. Ye did run well. Who did hinder you that ye should not obey the truth?
Who hindered you, man? That you should not obey the truth, man. That's a hindrance, man. That's one hell of a hindrance, actually. You want to be the truth, man. But it's a good thing now that we starting to come out of that.
Right.
Okay. Let's get Hebrews 13 and 9. Hebrews 13 and 9.
In the book of Hebrews.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get there with you.
Okay.
Make sure that's the right one. Yeah. And they put us away from the truth, man. Like I said, that's a hell of a hindrance, man. To one day be in the truth and then pulled out of the truth, and it's strategically done. We turn to our oppressor for everything, man. A person in their right mind, who would want to be in Islam where they bowing down to a rock? I mean, I can see if the Arabs want to do it. Why would our people do that? Well, we have the God of the Bible, man. That's what we have. We got the God of the Bible. We don't have all these other crazy fake gods that the other nations have. This made up mumbo jumbo. We have a real God who is a terrible power. Egypt was the greatest army, the greatest nation on the planet, and he destroyed it. And we walked out of Egypt. We didn't lift a finger. We didn't argue with the Egyptians. We didn't even have an argument with them. Nothing was said. We walked up out of there, and he destroyed Egypt. He destroyed Egypt's army. He destroyed everything about Egypt. Was a wasteland when we left. Everything was destroyed in Egypt. And we gonna go worship a rock? We gonna go worship a rock? Okay, no sweat. Read.
In the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, and verse 9. Be not carried about with divers and strange doctrines.
With strange doctrines, man. We should not, okay. We should not. It's no way, again, who in their right mind would think bowing down to a rock is okay?
Right.
Who would think that, man? That's why most of the people that is in Islam, they come from jail.
Right.
It's a penitentiary doctrine. Why? Because it said Esau, and it kind of lined up. It kind of lined up because it said Ishmael would be a wild man. So you coming from prison, learning that nonsense. So it almost kind of lined up, man. Nobody worship that garbage. Or we want to be a Buddha. We gonna set a fat Chinese bald head man on our table and light incense to him. What in the hell is wrong with you? What in the hell is wrong with you? We have a guy that destroyed Egypt. You gonna set a bald head dude on your table and light incense to him? What in the F is wrong with you? What are you doing? Get yourself together, man. Get yourself together, man. Stop following these strange doctrines, man. Don't do that, man. Come out of this garbage. This is how we got in the condition that we in, man. Because we wanted to celebrate Semiramis and Tammuz, which is what they call Christmas today. This is how we got in that condition, man. We didn't get here in this condition by being obedient. That ain't happen. It was the lack of obedience that got us here. Okay? Read.
For it is a good thing that the heart be established with grace.
It is a good thing for your heart to be established with grace. What is that grace talking about? It's what we've been talking about all day, that we didn't get put to death for the things that we did, and the Most High gave us a chance to do what? Change. To change. Establish in your heart that you're going to do what? Change. That you're going to change. You're not going to be the old man, but you're going to be what? A new man. That's why the scriptures say you don't do what? You don't pour new wine into old bottles. You changing. You being something different. You doing something that you didn't do before, man. Your thinking is changed. You getting away from all that old other stuff you was involved in, man. Everything about you is changing. Your thought changing, your behavior changing. Now your actions start to change. You see what I'm saying? You are changing. And you able to change. Why? Because what? What did the Most High do? He gave us that grace, man. That ain't what a Christian will tell you, though. That ain't what a Christian tell you. A Christian will tell you what? Grace means... This is the silliest thing ever. They say, I'm not under law, I'm under grace. Right. What in the hell are you talking about? What does that even mean? Grace is not something you can be under. Like, what are you talking about? Right. Grace is something that you just that's given to you. You have a grace period to get yourself right. Think you could just walk around, and they use that just so they can walk around sinning. That's the only reason they use it, man. But they don't know no better. Because of what? The leadership. Matter of fact, hold that. Give me Jeremiah 50 and 6. Give me Jeremiah 50 and 6. That leadership, man. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American. Our leadership is destroyed. It's Hispanics that flood the Mormon church. Did you know that, El? Hispanics be all inside that Mormon church, man. And it's crazy because the Mormon church hates them, man. It hates them. You can look it up. They in there. The Mormon church hates them, man. But our worship. But it's not surprising though, Salaki. It's not surprising because a lot of them be in the Catholic church. And it's nothing but the worship of your oppressor. So it's not even too surprising. It's not even too surprising. Which it ain't no different. It's all Christianity. So that's letting you know what? Christianity is just a worship of your oppressor. You got that, El? Read that.
We're in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, in verse 6. My people have been lost sheep.
We have been lost sheep, man. Lost sheep. That's what Christ said he was coming to do. Do what? He's coming to find the lost sheep. You understand that? Coming to find the lost sheep, man. We are the lost sheep that Christ was talking about that they're looking for. Okay? And why are we lost sheep? Because we don't know who we are. We lost our way. We look at our surroundings and we at the bottom of the barrel. And we doing whatever we can to make a couple of coins inside of this kingdom. We are lost. We don't even understand that us coming together is what will actually rise us to the top. We think we can all get there individually. Right. When the scriptures say, gather ye self together, O nation not desire. But we don't even consider the Bible. This you know what I learned? Christians, they don't even believe in the Bible. Right. They don't believe in the Bible any whatsoever. They just can quote it okay. They don't believe in any of it. You know they don't believe in it because they don't do any of it. Okay? Read L.
Their shepherds have caused them to go astray.
And our shepherds has caused us to do what? Go astray. How do they cause us to go astray? You walk into a Christian church right now, I guarantee you they got a Christmas tree in there. I guarantee you. Whichever one, just pick one. They have a Christmas tree up in them. Literally wanting you to do what? Serve Satan. Serve Satan. It's clear as day that that's what they want from you. They don't want you worshiping the Most High because they don't teach you to be obedient to Him. Remember they had them little, they used to have these wristbands, not wristbands, little things that go on your wrist, and it was, what would Jesus do on there? Everybody got those every goddamn where, all over the place, and nobody doing any damn thing Christ would have done. Go ahead, Al.
It's like, sir, if I may, I was just thinking, I was like, I didn't really grow up in the church, but I was wondering, I was like, it seemed like it's in the best interest, well, it's in the best interest of the church not to teach the Bible. It's like, it's in their interest for them not to teach it. If they teach it, they would lose members, or it would fall, and it would be rebuilt up strong.
That's what would happen. It'd be rebuilt up strong, but they don't care. They don't teach the Bible anyway. It, like I said, it's got a form of God, but it's not of God. Right. You know what I mean? They don't teach the Bible. You can't teach the Bible and have ham at church dinner at the same time. It don't work like that. You're not teaching the Most High. What you're doing is you teaching people that they're God in this aspect. Whatever decision that you make is the right decision. So just follow your own heart. Follow whatever you think is right, and it's okay. Don't you worry about it. God understands. God understands. No, God understands one thing. The Most High understands one thing. Obedience. Obedience. That's it. It's no leaning a little bit to the left. It's no leaning a little bit to the right. The Most High understands obedience. If you're not doing that, the Most High has zero understanding. I'm telling you, the Most High hates sinners. And this to somebody that's probably watching right now, if I have to argue one more time with you about Salakia, with anybody about God hates the sin but not the sinner. If I have to talk to somebody else about that garbage, I'm not talking to nobody else about that garbage. I don't want to hear that no more. Stop letting people lie to you. Stop it. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. God hates sinners. Period. Period, period, period. He hates sinners. He does not like sinners. That's why he kills them. Right. That's why he kills them. That's why he puts them to death. Right. Because he does not like sinners, man. That's why they die. It's like we got some more on that. Oh yeah, let's read that.
Sure. They have turned. They have turned them away on the mountains.
Mm-hmm. Read.
They have gone from the mountain to hill.
They've gone from the mountain to the hills. Read.
They have forgotten their resting place.
We forgot our resting place, man. We going everywhere but where we should be. We looking at every avenue except for what we should be doing. We do everything but what we should do. We so creative. We create ways to do the wrong thing. Like the scriptures say, we wise to do evil. We wise to it. But we can't do the one thing that we should do, which is listen to the Most High. Everybody loves Christ until it's time to do what you're supposed to do. You love the Most High until it's time for you to be obedient. You love Christ until it's time to actually really follow him. That's why the scriptures say these people honor me with their mouth, but their heart is far from me. It's good. Think about it. Every Christian loves Christ. They love God. They love everybody until it comes time to actually do the work that show that you love. See, love is an action word. You love somebody, it's an action that come behind that because it's a certain way you're going to conduct yourself. Just think about a person you love versus a person you do not love. Are you going to treat them the same? You're not. You're not going to treat the person you love and the person you don't love the same. Just using this as an example, of course. You're not going to treat them the same, man. You're going to treat them two different ways because it's one person you love and one person you do not love. All right. You see what I'm saying? You don't treat them the same. It's a difference. So when it comes time when you're talking about you love the Most High and then it comes time to do that work, well, no, you ain't going to do that. Guess what? You don't love the Most High. You don't love the Most High, man. You don't love Christ. Even though Christ loved you and he came down here and he died for you. God dog. Keeping the commandments is the least you can do.
Right.
Like, good night. He gave his life for you. And you can't even keep the commandments for him? You are disgusting. You are disgusting as can be, man. And that's the problem, man. And we forgot our resting place. That's how we forgot it, man. Because we chose to follow and try to do everything else. Everything, what's the saying? They thought the grass was greener on the other side of the fence. It was not. Y'all saw that pig. You know how they roast the pig on the open fire with the apple in his mouth? You like, damn. No, that's not what's happening. That's not the thing to do, man. That is not the thing to do. It's just not. The proof is it destroys you. It kills you. You get high blood pressure and all kind of stuff. Eating shrimp, crab, and lobster. You're getting high blood pressure and all kind of, it's killing you eating those things. That's how we know it's not for us, man. Getting cancer and all kind of nonsense from eating that crap, man. And with that, I'm going to close the class. Shalom, Israel.